So, Charlie, I know that one of your brands is called Empowering Women in Industry. I'd love to hear a little bit more about your story and thoughts on diversity in this industry, being a woman in a typically male-dominated field.
It can be intimidating, but I think if you know what you want to do, you're passionate about coming into the industry, then I say come and join us. There are plenty of women in our industry. I think that the advice that I would give is to find a community, to find women in our industry to connect with, so that you're not alone. In my first 10 years of the business, I was like trying to kind of push and make changes. And it became very clear that I was the only, woman speaking up in the room, or I was the only one that was having pushback. And that's a different challenge. That is something that makes you stop, turn around and say, okay, how can I improve myself? But I think that the main way to kind of make it in our industry is to have mentors and support around us. I think that's true for anybody. But being a woman in the industry, I found that I didn't even realize that I missed it, that I missed this camaraderie with women because I was just doing the job. And I think so many times women just get in there, they put their heads down, and they try to work harder and better to get things done. And we forget that, we are women in this industry, and there are different interests and different things that we want, and different trials that we may have. And to have a woman that you can talk to really does make a world of difference. I didn't have that. Like I said, I came out of finance and the business world, and I was selling advertising, so building relationships. And what I was taught was they're going to buy from you if they know, like, and trust you. And so I wanted everyone to like me no matter what. I would, do whatever interest that person had. And the majority of the time, it would have been a man on the other end of that. So we would either go to a sports bar or something like that, right? Where that's where our dinner is, where, some of us ladies might want to go and have some wine in a nice, quaint place. It's just a little different sometimes. But I would encourage you to find that niche. And if you love mechanical things and reliability and talk and shop, there are women out there that also like to talk about those type of things. And thankfully, we've also created Empowering Women in Industry. But once you start looking, there are tons of groups and tons of different organizations that you can find that community with somebody. And that's what I think that if I could do it again, I would have been looking for those mentors and resources earlier.
Obviously you started this brand, Empowering Women in Industry. What I was going to say is, going to go out on a whim and say, I'm guessing that a big part of that inspiration of starting that brand was, helping others find that camaraderie, helping others build that community.
It absolutely is. That's one part, that getting together, right? And being able to see each other. But also wanted the tools. Okay. I wanted to be able to get better as a leader. In this particular case, when I started this group, women came to me and said, that I was their leader. And I'm like, what? What is a leader? And why is that directed at me all of a sudden? But then I was like, okay, how do I get better at, communicating for this group? How do I get better at running my business so we're more effective and we can reach more people? And so I always say, like, yes, I'm the leader, but I'm learning right there with you. And that's part of it.